What the hell is Detective Pikachu?
Oh, it's a movie coming out. Did you just hear about it from chat or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a live-action Pokemon movie where Pikachu is a detective that speaks English and is voiced by Ryan Reynolds.
He speaks English.
Yeah.
So somebody watched Pokemon, and they forgot one of the most fucking distinctive characteristics.
Well, I mean, the gimmick is that it speaks.
Any Pokemon.
And also, fucking Meowth speaks. Really narcissistic to be like. It's really narcissistic to be like, he's the only one.
He is the only one.
Prove it.
You don't see Mr. Mime, who even has Mr. in his name, who is basically one step removed from being a people.
Yeah, those are creepy. Those are really creepy Pokemon.
Yeah, Jinx and Mr. Mime were fucking scary. It's kind of like that feeling of, and the weird part is that Mr. Mime like did housework too. Like that was the part that felt like really, really weird. Of like, oh, we have these things that are humanoid.
The humanoid Pokemon.
Yeah, all the others we left alone, but the humanoid ones were like, this one can do my dishes.
This one can carry a mop.
What the fuck?
This one has human-like intelligence. We better enslave it.
It's like you already live in a world where basically every man is dead. So like, what the fuck?
Deadnon.
Ah man, Pokemon's messed up.
It's a weird universe.
Anyway,
a really weird universe.
Detective Pikachu talks like a detective, and
no, it talks like Deadpool.
Oh,
it's just Ryan Reynolds sounding like Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I mixed
some
it up.
people are Patrick Warburton.
This was announced like 6 months ago or something, and ever since it was announced, I made the mistake of thinking Ryan Gosling every time anyone said that, and just had it switched in my head. And only when I saw the trailer did I realize, oh, they've been saying Ryan Reynolds the whole time, and I'm just stupid. Cool.
Yeah. That's a pretty stupid mistake to make. They're very distinct peeps.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks entertaining.
What's the plot?
I'm more likely to watch it than any of the actual Pokemon movies.
I only saw the first Pokemon movie, and boy, was that one worth seeing for one moment. For one moment, which is
the part where Ash died, like we said.
Oh, spoiler alert! But anyway,
fuck him.
Yeah, the in-universe character canonical answer is kill Ash.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's not even fanon. It is canon that you're supposed to kill Ash and fuck, marry, kill. Anyway, there was one moment in the first Pokemon movie that I will never forget, and that is that they mentioned the word sex in that movie to refer to the term gender. So it's a dialogue between Jesse and James, and they said something like, Meowth was like, who needs people of the opposite sex when you have each other? The chorus of 7 to 9-year-olds going ew that I heard a packed theater, like 100 little kids just go ew at the very mention of the word sex, which it wasn't even used in like
what a genuine age reaction.
Yeah, and like that is burned into my mind as being like the first moment that I saw that I would recognize as cringe. For everyone involved. Nobody came out of that not looking.
Can you cringe at small children?
Yes.
What do they do that's cringeworthy? They just are children.
Right. That's cringeworthy.
Oh, that's the bar we're at now?
I mean...
But there's blood on the ceiling, by the way.
Oh, there we are. I mean, there are subreddits called, like, Children Are Fucking Stupid and Children Falling Over. And they're pretty popular. So, yes, that's the bar we're at. Alright, I'm gonna use the bullet fixie thing, because I haven't really used it yet in our playthrough. Somebody described this series as watching a Where the hell's the bullet fixie thing?
I've been literally using it like right next to you.
Oh. Turns out the real Mr. Cuckett was you all along. You son of a bitch.
I've been right here.
How'd I pick it up?
Your sound must be low if you're not hearing the laser noises.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't hearing them.
Did you destroy the stereo, by the way?
Yeah, a while ago.
Like the moment I turned it on.
Yep.
Let's see, do we have like
I don't even
locations?
dislike the stereo's music that much. I'm just doing it out of spite.
You just dislike me.
Yeah.
Did you fuck it up?
It looks like
I think you have to wait for like I think you have to wait for it to finish spinning. Like, I think you don't want to hold it down for 3 seconds, and I think you want to wait for it to stop spinning when you're done too. So that doesn't overheat or something. The ragdoll of you throwing it against the wall and it ricocheting off the ceiling.
I'm really not sure how to use this thing.
It's weird. You gotta point it at a decal and just sort of blast it for a few seconds and then let go. Because if you hold it for too long, it burns. I'm not really sure if it's tied to how long you hold it on that specific location, or if it's tied to how long you make the tool spin. I think one longer go is better than like feathering it. I don't think feathering it works necessarily. It just bounced off every surface in here.
How do I? There is a bullet hole.
Oh,
like,
this has crates
right?
right here. So this is crate zone right here, Bird.
Okay.
This dotted line says crates, so I gotta bring all the crates up here.
All the red ones.
The red ones?
Yeah, it says red. It's red, right? So you put the red crates there.
That's a yellow line.
Oh.
Doesn't say
really
a color on it though, necessarily.
Eh. Alright, well, that's where we put the crates then.
Oh, but you gotta get rid of all the bullets first. So I'll wait on that.
Yeah, there's a couple bullets.
Yeah, do all the bullets. Fucking get on that shit. Get it together.
That makes it sound really weird. Yeah, you fill in that hole.
Yeah. You heat that hole to 1,000 degrees Kelvin until it melts out of existence.
That is... Keith, there are children watching.
Yeah, and they just had a sexual awakening.
Yeah. Wow, it's like 1,000 kids discovered their fetish for lasers. It's like...
And then we're then silenced.
Yeah. In 30 years, they're like laying down with some hottie, and they're like, can we use the toys tonight? And they're like, all right. And then they pull out a laser pointer. You mean this one? And they point at the wall and they chase it like a cat. Hot.
I must find every footprint. There's so many, just scattered here and there.
I can't seem to find a whole lot of bullet holes in this level, thankfully.
There's not a ton of them, but they're around. They're also hard to find.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I will leave it to you.
Can't remember which click is which. Shit. It's ladder over here.
I think green is organic.
It's kind of around here.
Well, we have the plot things. I'm gonna pick these up and cache them in. Like all the USB drives.
It might just be the USB drives. Have you figured out where to put them?
Yeah, it's right here at this intersection.
Ah. I was told that the reason we failed is because we were supposed to do something with the corpses to report on the deaths or something, and when we checked the people out but didn't do some other thing we had to do.
Oh. I didn't, huh?
I
didn't know that was a mechanic in this game.
I don't know. I mean, we don't really know what any of the mechanics are. It kind of just dumps you in. It's like, don't fuck up.
Yeah.
We'll dock your pay.
That's kind of how life works, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my jobs.
And not even that.
You missed a bullet hole, you sucker.
It's like you're born, and then somebody's like, all right, Welcome
That's
to welcome to the world. Don't fuck up.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what? Hold on, I didn't choose. I don't.
Bird,
why am
you
I
missed
playing on hard
bullet
mode?
holes.
That's because I dropped it and gave up really fast.
I know.
It's over here.
Where's the gun?
It's down over here. I saw that there was effort involved and then I quit. Why is it so hard to understand?
It's incredibly easy to understand. At this point, it's expected.
I'm so tired. I'm really looking forward to being done with my big launch, which I checked in today, so hopefully as long as no problems arise over the weekend, I'm basically done for the next like 2 months with big heavy lifting at work.
That's cool.
It's gonna be nice. Yeah.
It's hard to tell whether the bullet holes are going away or not sometimes.
Also, there's a big reorg coming up too, so that's exciting because
is that when they fire everyone?
No, that's kinda.
It's like when they launch a video game and then they celebrate by firing all the people.
Yeah, the Telltale method.
Well, that's when you don't make the video game and you just fire everybody.
That was so weird. Like 1 week I was like,
Walking Dead, the final season. Just kidding.
Yeah, one day I was just like, in my mind, Telltale still exists. I don't think about them, but I know that they're still around. And then another day I was like, oh, Telltale's gone. How the fuck did that happen?
Yeah, but at least all their video games still exist. Oh, their video games don't exist. They're all gone now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was abrupt.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of planning on doing a gimmick playthrough of the whole franchise when it was over, but now it won't ever be over.
Yeah.
Because I've already played them before, or the first two before, and I haven't played the third one. And the fourth one was coming out. I'm like, I could do a gimmick playthrough. That my idea was to do silent all the way through.
Oh.
Which is that if there's ever a ... response, that's the one you pick. So you just continuously don't say anything through all these increasingly tragic scenarios, or whenever you're like whenever Clementine's going to Lee to like confirm him or anything, like you just sit there in fucking silence and don't react and stuff.
I thought you meant you would be silent, like it'd be a long play instead of a let's play.
It's one of the more popular videos on my channel is I did a silent playthrough of Firewatch. Which is that if you don't have to respond to Delilah, you don't. So she's just talking at you constantly and you're not responding, and it makes her sound way more erratic and insane.
You basically Half-Life 2'd the game.
Yeah.
Gordon!
It's way weirder.
It's so great to see you, Gordon. Yeah, there was a... That's why they...
Oops.
Half-Life 2, like...
Gordon Freeman?
That's why basically there was only one moment in the entire game where there was only you and one other character. It worked in every other scene because there was always like 3 people to talk to each other.
Yeah, they're all talking to each other and you're just there.
Yep.
And those 3 people were the 3 scientist models from the first game, but now they're all characters and there's one of them.
Yeah.
How are you making?
To see you, Gordon.
How are you making new footprints? Where are they coming from?
I don't know. Good to see you, Gordon.
How are you doing it?
Well, it's much nice seeing you here instead of back in Black Mesa.
Black Mesa, Black Mesa, Black Mesa, Black Mesa. Just constant references to this place I never visited because I never played the first one. Like, shut up, Black Mesa.
And then you play, Barney's like...
Then you finally play Portal and they reference Black Mesa. I'm like, I swear to God. I think the first game was really good at the start, but boy, does it get really uninteresting after a little while. But it's also really old, so who gives a shit, right? Does it actively have like any kind of story, I wonder?
Oh, it has a ton of story. It's actually quite good.
I'm a blank slate for Half-Life 1. I have no idea what happens in that game. Except for that the aliens show up.
A lot happens. A lot of stuff is kind of, how should I say, soft retconned. I don't know how to describe it. Like, there was a pretty distinct plot in Half-Life 1.
In a world that's no longer canon.
in Half-Life 2, they used basically every single plot thread except for the main couple. They didn't contradict anything that happened in Half-Life 1, but they didn't continue anything that happened in Half-Life 1. So that's why I say it's like a soft retcon of basically like, oh, the first story had all these things, but it was really about this. Like, it's a very, very weird way to put it, I think, but I don't know. That's the way that I think about it.
Ugh. Physics.
And they never explicitly said, like, this does not apply anymore, but they sure did say this is really, really unimportant now.
But they set up an important precedent that episodic games have taken on ever since then, which is to end on a cliffhanger and then never make more episodes. Which that's happened. Yeah. That's been one of the most influential. that was amazing.
That was fucking great.
You might say that's the most influential thing that Blizzard Valve's ever done, is set that trend up, because I've done that. I've seen that ending in like 10 games now, is when an episodic game ends on a cliffhanger and then they never make another episode. Just still waiting on albino lullaby in Walking Dead.
I think that the probably the most influential thing that Half-Life gave us was the gravity gun.
The gravity gun. I still want to play a game that's just called 3. That's the third game in both the Half-Life and Portal franchises, where you have a gravity gun and a portal gun.
I mean, that's what episode 3 was supposed to be like, but they never finished the damn thing.
I just want a Half-Life third episode where you are fighting the Combine and shit, but you have a portal gun.
I mean, there are custom maps that are like that, and they're fucking bad.
Well, it's not real. I want the fictional concept of a Valve that's not even real anymore to make the game that I'll never have. That's the depressing thing, is whenever you think about a game that you've been waiting for more of, or some sort of follow-up on from like 10 years ago, and you want to know like what, and you like hope one day that'll happen, like that group of people doesn't exist anymore ever.
What do you mean?
Those people do not collectively work at the same company anymore, and that company does not have that work culture, and that's true for like every company. So like, the game as you love it will never happen anyway.
Damn.
It's like the weirdness of wanting a sequel to Beyond Good and Evil like 20 years later. It's like, made by who though? Like collectively, but how does that project work?
Isn't there supposed to be a Psychonauts 2?
Yeah.
Isn't basically the only person that's still going to be working on that, like the designer guy? Yeah, Schaefer.
I assume Schaefer's on it, otherwise why would anyone greenlight it?
It's a Double Fine game, so I think that he's on it.
He's the only person that has to work there.
Double Fine. Yeah.
It has to be at least Tim Schafer, bare minimum.
Yeah.
Jack Black in a pinch. Just take a Jack Black and just shake him and don't tell anybody. They might not notice that, like, it's not Tim Schafer.
Somebody in my chat says that Albino Lullaby is eventually coming. They played a build of it at their friend's house and they recorded dialogue for it. Their friend is a project manager for Ape Law. I find
it's really specific and unnerving.
Yeah. I find almost all of that very hard to believe, but I also don't really, like... I guess I'll believe you.
And that friend was Albert Einstein.
That friend, Ape Law.
Really specific.
Yeah.
Oh, that's technically possible.
Yeah.
The moment Albino Lullaby episode 2 comes out, then I just switch the gear over to waiting for episode 2 of The Uncertain, which has a surprisingly fitting name given the lack of sequel episodes to that game. Because I'm really uncertain whether there's ever going to be a second fucking episode of that game.
Bazinga! That's the hottest take.
My playthroughs of episodic games have not been going great.
Yeah.
Then there's stuff like The Council, which is putting in episodes out at a decent pace, but because they come out so sporadically, I have to re-find an opening in my schedule to play The Council 5 separate times, because it's 5 separate released episodes, and that's not great. That's not a great thing to manage on your channel. There's even more crates by the incinerator. We're actually running out of space to stack them in. Mostly because it's impossible to stack them in this game as well as you would in real life, because physics is bizarre.
I don't know. Have you seen my crate stacking abilities? Pretty shitty. That's fairly emulative of what my crate stacking is like.
A bunch of weird diagonal shapes.
Yeah. Before I was on Ritalin, after I got on Ritalin, I threw out a stack of paper on my desk. That was some homework from 2013.
Oh boy.
That's what my organization skills were like.
I still have a lot of my homework from
better.
school, but I think that's because a lot of it was... I have a lot of my reports. So I was like, but that took work. And sometimes I revisit them, like when I go do an entire rant about the domestication of wolves in the middle of a Zelda Let's Play. I was like, I wrote a paper on this. I could just recite that paper for commentary. That's
self-plagiarism.
What?
That's self-plagiarism. Ah!
Dead. You died? Oh no, I skated through this bucket. In reaction to your corpse, which I think... Do I have to clean your corpse up? Oh, no. I don't. I'm gonna mop it.
Yeah, haven't you ever heard of the concept of self-plagiarism?
I think I've heard the phrase before, but is it actually... Does it mean anything?
Yep. So, there's actually a very kind of famous case of this one guy who I think he was a country artist.
Into the fire. I'm gonna Sweeney Todd you.
He was a country artist for like Atlantic Records or something like that, and then he decided to break his contract with Atlantic and like go independent. And so he starts writing a bunch of songs that are really similar to the songs that he used to write. He starts writing a bunch of songs that are really similar to the songs that he used to write when he was with Atlantic. And Atlantic sues him and says, like, we own your old songs. You're plagiarizing yourself.
Oh, that's like the Oculus lawsuit.
Yeah. And the Atlantic won. So you can indeed plagiarize yourself.
So my college is gonna sue me for doing commentary?
Yep.
They don't own my papers. They're not even published. They're not published master's theses things. They're literally just things that were graded.
Yeah, if you ever talk about El Nino on one of your playthroughs, your college is going to be like, you wrote a paper in the 5th grade on El Nino.
If I want to throw my college papers on Patreon as a perk, my college can't get me. They can't cease and desist me.
What fucking perk would be, like, your essays? Just literally, like, read my essays if you pay me enough money.
Yeah.
That's called being an essayist.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be an essayist?
I'm already a professional entertainer.
Essayists
and media commentator.
Yeah.
I can flex this fucking this resume in all sorts of bullshitty ways.
Hey, yeah, you're a professional Morse coder.
Yeah, I've done Morse code professionally. I made at least $1 on that.
That's good. I think I made 20 cents on you doing that, so yeah. Thanks.
See? That's collaboration. I've helped the economy. I've made other people money with my Morse code. Including the makers of Keep Talking and Nothing Explodes.
Yeah, turns out we're all connected. You're part of the global economy.
Oh shit.
Turns out
this is impossible.
I fucking love this. Let's not try any harder.
This is impossible. There's no way you can stack all these in there. There must be categories of crates or something that we're missing.
That's what I told you. I think we only put the red crates in there. But
which ones are red? Are any of them red?
They're the red ones. Shit, I found the yellow crates. They go into this corner. We took yellow crates out of this corner. This is going in the red crate corner. I don't care.
You're physicsing me.
Also coming with me.
You're just carrying me with you now.
Wow.
I'm gonna hit mine on this
I'm
light.
mostly impressed by how consistent you are coming with me.
Yeah, I got hit on the low ceiling. That was crazy. That was like the physics that goes into like the Subnautica submersibles.
Yeah.
What does this one say?
Well, you didn't call the crate stackers union. You want a crate stacked? Call those guys. Fuck you.
This is barrels.
Well, I don't care about the barrels. I would rather just say we did good enough and call it for the night.
Nope.
Personally.
Barrels.
What? Barrels.
Yeah, they're gonna be even harder because they roll.
They're gonna be harder for you.
Because you're just gonna throw them in this direction.
Of fucking course I am.
Every time I bump into this damn medical thing, it opens. I'm pretty sure which I think lowers our score because then it's not closed.
Yeah, we have to close them. What are these what are the hexagonies? Are those supposed to go somewhere?
I don't know what those are.
Or not, I don't, they're not hexagons, but...
I don't know, they're like mines.
Yeah, what are the gons?
I don't understand. I don't know.
I don't know.
They're just weird. I mean, they're designed by assholes. What if we made a crate that was an asshole?
Not gonna lie, it is extremely fun to just chuck barrels down that hallway.
Yeah. Is this the first session where we realize the bizarre impact that a carried object has on the other player?
Yeah,
like,
I think so.
I just carry you around and you just lose agency. like you just go in that direction for a while.
Keith,
And,
watch.
and there's no physics to it either. I gotta get out of the way if I'm gonna watch. Yeah, I gotta get out of the way if I'm gonna watch. Yeah.
It just goes all the way to the back of the hall. It's so fun.
All the puppetry that went to that one, what was it? That is like an Adult Swim show where everyone was a toy. It was stop motion.
Robot Chicken.
Like, and the Incredible Bulk, and it was just like a naked dude.
Robot Chicken.
Is that Robot Chicken?
That's the one where everyone's a toy, yes.
Well, no, not that one. It was an older show. It was like around the time we were getting like, oh no, Mr. Bill, and shit like that. Which was a whole show about nothing.
I don't remember what you're talking about, but I know Adult Swim, and Adult Swim has had some real shit shows.
And also some shit shows.
Ha ha ha.
Ha ha. Too many cooks. You just had to put that box. You had to put that box in the worst place in the entire place.
I didn't put it anywhere. I stepped on it and tripped on it, and it wound up in the hallway. Why is this the barrels corner? Because there's a thing on the floor that says barrels, apparently. Yeah. According to Keith.
You could always look at it.
I could do lots of fucking shit, Keith.
Make this shit a peer-reviewed study.
No. Then I'll get wrapped up in your self-plagiarism. Anyway, what was I gonna say?
It is not moral
I
oral.
like how Adult Swim at this point, basically a third of it is Seth MacFarlane shit.
Is it Adult Swim? Like, which isn't even originally his? Like, that's not even the original network, so it's just embarrassing then.
Yeah, a ton of Adult...
Our network is just reruns of another network shows.
A ton of Adult Swim is just like Family Guy and
syndicated shit.
And
listen, Venture Brothers and Venture Brothers only makes a season like every 5 years.
Yeah, but what a hell of a season.
Oh, Adult Swim, the channel that introduced me to anime.
Oh yeah, who didn't love watching Cowboy Bebop on Adult Swim?
I watched way worse shit than that. I should have been watching Cowboy Bebop. I was like watching like Dot Hack, Sign, and Wolf Rain.
Oh,
which I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Wolf Rain and Dot Hack Sign basically don't have endings.
Yeah, both of them
they both just like peter out, and then there's a picture of God or something, and then credits. Like they're just like fuck narrative. Who cares?
You could have been watching Cowboy Bebop, which both has a great story and some amazing anime tits. just some of the best, dude. And you didn't get either. You didn't get either.
Fucking up the box more.
I'm not doing anything. The box is just the box.
Evo.
I love checking the
We'll
barrels.
just say that we stacked them all correctly the first time, and then there's an earthquake.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, how'd that happen? That's crazy.
It's just, oh wow, so weird. Wow.
And
the amazing cuck came through here.
I guess chat's saying that Sony won't be in E3. Maybe E3 will just die now.
Yeah,
it's already kind of pointless.
Yeah, I was gonna say, E3 and a lot of those cons are just so pointless at this point.
Not even developer specific anymore because they just let normies in.
Normies.
Yeah. I don't think there's a hexagon turn-in location.
Nope. All right, I'm gonna start reading some plot.
Yeah.
It's always the same, cleaning up sea creature turds all goddamn day long. Some are slimy and sticky, others are slimy and chunky, some are just plain nasty. I had so much hope when I signed up for that damn space work recruitment program. See, space, they said. Feel like a man, they said. Hell, I've done anything to get off of Earth, but I never imagined this would be an option. How did my life come to this? And when that goddamn monster stopped banging on the hole, shut up. Whoop. Goddamn company. Once again, I'll miss little Johnny's smile as he opens his present this year. I've been forced to remain in this hunk of metal under the sea. I don't even know what the hell we're doing down here. I know one good thing though. Whatever it is can't be good. Wow, I'm getting a little dyslexic. Sorry about that. I've caught glimpses of weird shit through the viewing windows. Indigenous sea creatures, maybe? I don't know. I keep hearing something big knocking on the hole. I swear, something is out there. Yeah, there's a Cthulhu out there.
Yeah. There's 1.5 Cthulhus.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's been 2 months since we discovered what we're calling Specimen X, a fascinating marine life form that inhabits this planet's oceans. We were unable to determine the sex of the specimens. Ew! Which led us to wonder where they came
back.
from. Yeah. Bring it on home, bird. Bring it on home.
Set up and pay off.
Recently found out there's something down here. Something we didn't pick up, but it's huge. At least 5 miles in diameter and moving. We fear it may be our subject's mother. They grow increasingly restless as she nears. Just like my mom.
More barrels.
Like me when my mom comes around.
Oh, you become increasingly restless?
Yep.
Oh.
Alright. I think we're basically done with the level.
There's still more barrels.
No, there aren't. You're a liar full of liar
They're on the
pants.
crate room.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
why are the fucking barrels in the crate room,
Because
Keith?
they were there the whole time.
Yeah.
As it turns out, oh my god, the physics. I must have changed something. Like something, this is new, right?
What, how bad the physics are?
The physics is so weird today. The skating,
no.
especially the self-inflicted skating, where I skate on my own thing I'm carrying, where I'm like, what?
This is how the physics almost always are in this game. We've actually had a very smooth experience up until now.
Pretty incredible when you just send the other player on a trip. Like, come with me.
Oh, more plot to read. Okay. Given the state of things down here, we won't be going home for science, miss. All right, for science, miss. Again, Dr. Reck believes the creature we picked up on our scans could be the mother of our specimens. We may poke fun at him for his name, but the good doctor may be onto something. His name is Dr. Reck. I don't even get it.
Dr. Reck.
Any day now, we're gonna see that massive thing through the windows. I'm not content to wait. I'm taking one of the UEVs, gonna see what I can see in the sea. Are you kidding me? That's actually what it says. Gonna see what I see in the sea.
Under the sea.
If I don't make it, tell my husband. Tell him I went to look for a better one. Good lord. Dr. Pescador is a dick. His name is also Dr. Fisherman, which is very funny. It's like, not only is his name, like, I don't trust people whose last name is also a first name. You never know about that kind of guy.
But you do trust people whose last names are a job.
I don't trust people whose last names and first names amount to a job. Like, two different jobs.
Oh, was his first name Fisher and his last name Man?
He was a doctor, so if you think about it, his name is Dr. Fisher.
That's not. No, if you think about it, you don't end up with that result. That's the thinking about it.
How about if you think about Henway?
In what way?
Henway.
You're bringing it home.
Bring it on home. Keith. Henway.
Oh boy. I'm going to
Henway.
save before I do anything.
Henway, Keith. Henway.
Anyway. What a load disposal pins.
Are we done?
I think so.
We're done.
Unless you want to
All
start
right.
sniffing.
No.
Do not put gum in or around the device.
Where are we checking out from
Did
here?
we already
Did you save?
did you use all the there's one.
Oh, I thought I grabbed them all.
George Seaman. I missed.
Yeah.
There we go. Hopefully that's all of them. Activate.
Great, chill the fuck out.
I'm proud of my performance and certain it will meet approval. Click. Please don't crash like you always do. Always do. Always do.
Always do.
Yeah. Round and round. Hey, demoted.
Demoted? Fuck you.
We were probably supposed to do something, I guess. Game's hard. You decide to crack open a Fat Man and watch some alien porn in your Bitterman 500.
Yeah, what's so wrong about that?
You return to your office after doing the barest minimum asked of you. You know you're gonna get some hard-ass inspector complain about your work, leaving you without safety equipment, but you don't care.
I feel like this game's ability to give feedback on your objectives is incredibly limited.
Performance 90%,
performance is 90%.
And we were demoted?
Our performance is 90%, that's an A-.
Is it, does it grade us on our speed?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, I feel like we grew as people, though.
Yeah.
Let me just pod your face in first person.
There's just one thing. There's one thing left over, and that is Henway.
You're really into this, aren't you?
I'm into everything.
Got your nose.
You gotta say it.
Got your nose.
You gotta say it. You gotta ask.
Who's Henway?
What? I'm leaving.
Earnestly?
No.
Ernest Hemingway references, everybody. Bringing it home.
Well, that's a strong note to end on. Bye.